In this section, we're going to start walking through the setup of Flutter on macOS. So if you are running Windows, then skip this video, continue on to the next section where you'll see some videos on setting up Flutter on a Windows machine. All right, so if you're still here, I'm going to assume that you are on macOS and you're ready to go through this setup. On the screen right here, I've got a diagram of exactly how we're going to go about this. We're going to first install a tool called the Flutter CLI, which is what we use to generate new Flutter apps and actually run them for testing purposes on our own laptop. Once we go through that initial setup process, we'll then do some setup for either Android or iOS. Now, between Android and iOS, if you're running macOS, you can install the set, or you can go through the setup for either of these or both of them if you want to. Throughout the entire course, you're going to see me mostly making use of the Android emulator for testing out all of our applications. There's not necessarily any good reason for that. I could have just as well done the rest of this course all with iOS if I had chosen to. Okay, so let's get to it. We're going to first begin by installing the Flutter CLI. We're going to navigate to the Flutter homepage at flutter.io inside of our browser. So I'm going to pull that up right now, flutter.io. And then once here, I'm going to find the blue Get Started button on this page. I then get prompted to go through the installation process. And of course, we're going to go through the installation on Mac OS. All right, so this is where things start getting interesting. You're going to see that there are a tremendous number of steps to go through to do this entire setup. And unfortunately, it's kind of accurate. We do have to do a pretty hefty amount of startup. Now I'm going to begin by first scrolling it down a little bit. And I'm going to find the section marked as Get the Flutter SDK. And inside this section, you'll see a link to a zip file that you can download. So I'm going to click this to start the download process. Now, this is a rather large file, so we're going to pause the video right here. We're going to come back in the next section and start making use of this zip file.